Hello everyone, so this is the fifth video of the series where I am filling all the forms which are required to sponsor a spouse or partner to Canada. We have already filled all the digital forms which were required to be filled by the principal applicant. Now we will be filling the PDF forms which are required to be filled by the sponsor. These PDF forms may require your validation, digital signatures and so on. So if you have already watched my previous videos, then you would know that why I am only seeing these specific forms in my application portal. But if you don't know, then this is based on the details I have provided while creating this online account. So let's get started with our first PDF forms, which is IMM 1344 application to sponsor sponsorship agreement and undertaking. It's always better to download your PDF form from here, and you can complete all the details, all the required steps, and then you can just upload it back here. I will also explain how we can sign this form digitally. So I have already downloaded this form from the portal, and it requires the Adobe PDF Reader to open the form. It's a 7-page form, and the form name is application to sponsor sponsorship agreement and undertaking. So this form is basically about filling some of the basic details of the sponsor and signing the sponsorship agreement and undertaking documents. So I think I have given you the enough background about this form, and now we will start filling this form. Part 1 is application to sponsor and undertaking. So the first point is that if you found ineligible to sponsor your spouse, then indicate what you want to do. So I'll just click here on proceed with the application for permanent resident, and processing fees will be retained. But if you want to withdraw your application, then in that case click here, and IRCC will deduct $75 and refund your full processing fees. Second point is for the language preference for the correspondence. I will select English. Then is there a co-signer on your application? I'll say no, because as per the complete guide, you can't have a co-signer if you are sponsoring a spouse, common law partner or conjugal partner. Now the fourth point is the person you are sponsoring. So it will be your it will be your spouse, that is the principal applicant. So I'll just write my wife's detail here, so the last name and first name. Then on the fifth point you have to write their date of birth. I'll just write a random date of birth. The sixth point is the principal applicant is your, so I'll select spouse living outside Canada, because this is the outland application and you can just choose the option based on your application type. So now we have to fill sponsor's personal detail. That will be my details here. So full name, the last name will be Gupta, and then give a name Arpit. Have you ever used any other name in the past? I'll say no, but if yes, then you can just provide your previous name. Gender, I'll select male. Date of birth, I'll just write a random date of birth. Place of birth, I'll say Pune, and country of birth, I'll write India. Yeah. Status in Canada, so I am a permanent resident here. On which date you became the permanent resident, so I'll just provide a random date here, let's say 2020 0101, and your UCI number or client ID. You can find this information on your COPR letter or on your IRCC profile or even at the back side of a PR card. So I'll just write a random UCI number here. Full name at the time you become the permanent resident. So I never changed my name, so it was same as my current full name. Your marital status, married, and on which date you were married or entered into the common law relationship. So I'll just write a random date here again. Provide the name of your current spouse or common law partner, so I will write my wife's name here. Have you previously been married or in common law relationship? No. But if yes, then provide the required information. Now we are on the sponsor contact information. The first point is current mailing address. So all the correspondence will go to this address unless you indicate your email address below. So sponsor should provide their email address so that you will be notified for any correspondence through email by IRCC. Indicate an email address will authorize all correspondence, including file and personal information, to be sent to the email address you specify. And if you wish to authorize the release of information from your application to a representative, indicate their email and mailing address in this section on IMM 5476 form. So if you are choosing a representative, you must fill out this form IMM 5476. And even if you don't have any representative in your application, the sponsor act as a representative in, and you still need to fill out this form IMM 5476, which we will be seeing in one of the upcoming videos. Okay, so now we have to fill the contact information. The first point is PO box number. So I would suggest leave it blank for now, because if you write something here, let's say NA, and when you go to the next option, residential address, and say that your residential address is same as mailing address, it will not accept, because the residential address cannot have a PO box number. So leave it blank for now, and I'll show you in the end what I did for this. And apartment and unit, I'll write NA, but if you have unit number, you can just provide that. Street number, I'll write 1234. Street name, ABC Drive, a complete random address. City, I'll say Toronto. Country, Canada. Province, Ontario. And postal code, I'll just write a random postal code, A1A1A1. I hope it accepts. Yeah. Residential address, same as your mailing address, yes, but if not, then you can just fill out this information again. Telephone number, so here you will provide your primary telephone number. So I'll select Canada, US. Cellular, I'll just write a random telephone number. For the alternate telephone number, I provided my Indian phone number, so I'll select other. Cellular number, cellular. Country code for India is 91, and I'll just write a random telephone number here. Fax number, you can leave it blank for now. I will come back to this point in the end. And then email address, sponsor@gmail.com. So you have to provide the sponsor's email ID here. Now you have sponsor residency declaration. So are you a Canadian citizen living exclusively outside Canada? So if you are a Canadian citizen living outside of Canada, say yes, and also declare where you intend to live once your spouse or partner become the permanent resident. I'm a PR here, so I'll just click on no. So now you have sponsor eligibility assessment. There are some set of questions you need to answer yes or no for these. And if you answer no for any questions between 1 to 4, you are not eligible to be a sponsor and you should not submit your application. So let's see what are these questions. The first question is, are you 18 years of age older? Yes. Are you a Canadian citizen or permanent resident? Yes. Are you sponsoring a member of family class or Canada class? Yes. It's a Outland application and it comes under the family class. Do you reside in Canada and in no other country? Yes. And okay, so now if you answer yes to question number 5, you are sponsoring a spouse, you are not eligible to be a sponsor and you should not submit your application. So the fifth point is that in the last 5 years preceding to this application, did you become the permanent resident after being sponsored by yourself as a spouse, common law partner, or conjugal partner? I'll say no, but if yes, then you are not allowed to be a sponsor. Okay, now, so if you answer yes to any questions from 6 to 15, you may not be eligible to be a sponsor. Please refer to the guide for the instruction before completing these questions. So the sixth question is, have you submitted a previous application in respect of which a final decision has not been made for the person being sponsored? I'll say no. Are you in receipt of social assistance for any reason or other than disability? No. Are you an undischarged bankrupt under the Bankruptcy and Insolvency Act? No. Have persons you previously sponsored or their family members received social assistance? No. Did you co-sign an undertaking where the sponsored person or his or her family member received social assistance? No. Have you been ordered to leave Canada? No. Are you late in making any required payment? No. Are you currently detained in jail, prison? No. Have you been convicted of sexual offense or serious violence offense? No. Are you in default of a court order? No. Now, if you answer question 16 to 18 is yes, then see your guide for circumstances under which processing may be suspended. So the 16th question is, are you subjected of an application to revoke your Canadian citizenship? No. Are you the subject of report of on inadmissibility? No. Have you been charged with an offense? No. But if you have answered yes for any questions for 13th, 16th, 17th or 18th, please provide the details here. Now you have points for undertaking, so it's up to you if you want to read them. I'm just going to skip. You have the validate button here, but we need to sign this document before the validation. Then we have some more agreement points, obligations and declaration. Now here you have the space for the digital signature. So it's very easy and straightforward. You just have to type your name. So it says that I agree that by typing my name, I am electronically signing my application. So here the sponsor has to write their name and enter the date on which you are signing the document. So I'll just write today's date. Signature for co-signer, you can leave it blank because you don't have any co-signer for this application. And now here you have the space to sign for the principal applicant. Ideally, one person can do this, but if you want, you can save this form and email it over to your spouse and ask them to sign it and send it back. But the general process is you just have to write the spouse name and then the date of the signature when they are signing this form. Once everything is filled, you have to click on this validate button and it will give you a message that validation completed successfully. But if you get some other message which means that you have not filled this form completely, and so you need to just check those information which are missing. Click OK. Once you click on OK, you will see that at the end the validation, the barcode has been generated. And at the bottom you will see a number associated with this code. So every time you validate the form, this number will change, and make sure this number is same in all the pages of this form. So now we have almost filled this form, but now I will do one more thing. I will save this secured form as a simple PDF. So just click on this print icon and you'll get option to save this file as a PDF. Click on print, and here you can just write the form name IMM 1344E and save it as a simple PDF. Now I will open this file again. So this is your simple PDF form which you need to upload, but scroll down a little bit and remember we left blank in the PO box number and fax number. So I will click on this pen icon and click on this add text button, and I will write NA here because I don't want to leave anything blank. I'll do the same thing for the fax. I'll write NA, and at the bottom for cosigner I will type NA here as well because I don't want to leave any space blank. Yeah, so we are done. You can just come back and save this form again. Now come back to your online application portal and upload the form from here. And before uploading, make sure that all the details which you have filled in this form is correct, because if anything is wrong, IRCC will return your application. So just click on this form and click on OK, and it will upload your form here. And you can see the message that your document was successfully uploaded. As you already know that all the details I have filled in this form are totally random, and the purpose of the video is only to guide you on how you can fill out this form on your own. But if you have any questions in this, please write it in the comment section, and I will reply to you. So that's it in this video, and we have successfully completed the fifth form from this application, and in the next video we will fill the other forms. So stay tuned. If you liked this video, please hit like and share it with your friends, and also please subscribe to our channel. Thank you.